I come from the Foundation for Shelter and Support to Migrants, which has developed this ERASMUS Plus project and is implementing this project with 4 partners: Institute of African Studies in Slovenia, CARDETS in Cyprus, and IFAL in Sweden. We developed this project which will be taking place over 2 years, from October 2017 until September 2019. It is a Erasmus Plus strategic partnership project, and it will be creating 5 outputs, intellectual outputs. One of them has already been done. It was a research looking into the gaps for migrant inclusion in adult education. And then we found some gaps in all our systems, all our countries, and then we put together a transnational report. The second stage will be to develop intellectual outputs out of this research. We have already developed and published guidelines for policymakers based on the research. We are now developing a handbook for learning support staff in the schools. We will also develop a resource for migrant communities that they can use to promote inclusion in adult education for their members. And the last thing will be to develop a 3-credit course for institutes that they can use to train their teachers, especially teachers who are coming, need experience, how to deal with diversity and cross-cultural issues in the classroom. So we come together, we have 3 learning visits. The first one happened in Sweden, now we are in Slovenia, and the third one will happen in Malta. So I would advocate for inclusivity and accessibility, and for migrants to be in the boards, in the institutions of adult education, and this changes everything. Plus, it guarantees the sustainability of your program, because if you have migrants there, they themselves are going to promote the program if they believe in it. I think the last thing I would say is that systems need to work together. So in adult education, you have, for example, employment, which is very important. The systems that are working in employment, in education, in integration, in mental health need to come together, and there should be one entry point into the system which is coordinated. This makes it very easy and accessible for people. When you have different areas, different entry points, and there is no coordination, people lose touch, they become demotivated, and they do not believe that the system works, and this is where people look for an alternative way. And we often punish people for doing that, whereas what we have to do is make it more comprehensive and accessible. It was a real big pleasure to work with Institute for African Studies in Slovenia, and we appreciate very much not only the program, the wonderful program. We met so many people in Slovenia, from policymakers, ministries. It was really a packed program of 3 days, but also we saw the heart of IAS to work and advocate for the inclusion of migrants, and just coming here and seeing how many migrants work in this place and work with the organization, it has been a really very good experience of partnership. I loved the food in Slovenia. I think Slovenian food has a lot of mixture from Italy, Austria, Balkan, and I really enjoyed the fish.